Hey guys, Goat here. Typically I don't put messages in the fronts of my videos, but this one I felt like kind of was a special case. The trip you're about to watch, my Olympic National Park backpacking trip, was absolutely amazing. So many big, beautiful views, but I had a huge issue with my camera on this trip. And I ran out of space for storage. And then as I started trying to free up space, I still don't know what happened, but I lost about 50% of the footage from this trip. My phone just ate it, and it totally sucks, and I'm not real happy about it, and I almost didn't put the video out entirely because of that. But in reviewing it, there's enough footage there. You can still see, the story can still be told. And yeah, Olympic is beautiful, from the super wet days in the rainforest at the beginning to the big climbs at Hayden Pass and Anderson Pass. It was a great trip. It was beautiful. There were many beautiful scenes that didn't get lost or eaten by my camera. And so I just kind of wanted to preface, as you watch this, just kind of keep that in mind. If it feels like there's some big holes, it's because there are. I shot a ton of third-person footage for this trip, some of the most amazing footage that I've ever captured in my life, and it got lost. So what you'll notice is this trip is almost primarily first-person point of view, and scenes like this where it's just looking back at me. Typically, the third-person scenes take up the most space. By the time I get it set up, get into the picture, walk through, come back to the camera, turn it off. And so those were the videos that I was trying to edit and make smaller while I was still in the mountains, because I'd ran out of space, and I still had about 2.5 days of hiking left to film. So yeah, there are huge gaping holes. Allow me to fill in just a couple of the holes here. On the day that we left the Graves Creek trailhead and did the road walk and then hiked up to, I think it was called 16 Mile Camp, it rained pretty much the entire day. There was about a 30-minute period right when I got to camp where it stopped raining, thankfully, because I was able to get my tent up without getting everything wet inside. But it rained the entire day, so there's very little to no footage from that day. And then you'll see there's some big holes where there was some third-person footage shot that was beautiful, and it's just gone now. Yeah, I have since come up with a couple of ideas to eliminate this from happening again in the future, but in the meantime, I just ask you bear with me, and I'll try to pop maybe some pictures in to show you a little bit of what I was seeing that day. But yeah, for the most part, a ton of the best footage from this trip got lost, technically eaten by my phone. So it sucks, but it is what it is. We have made it. Shi Shi Beach. We're gonna head on down here by Petroleum Creek, the only source of fresh water I know of through here, and see about finding us a place to set up camp for the night. Not a bad after dinner view. Point of the arches out there. Little opening in the clouds. Supper has been eaten, and now we're just hanging out, gonna wait for the sunset. Although with this big bank of clouds back behind there, may not be much of a sunset. It's alright, we got 2 nights out here, so we got 2 shots at it. Some of the local art. Somebody has made a wind chime out of some pieces of shells. Some more local art. Never seen rocks like this. Pretty wild. Lovely swing. A couple of buoys for decorations. Big buoy up there. Got that going on out there. Wow. I think I'm about ready to cruise out there and get my feet wet. Well, that's going to wrap up day number 1 for us. Thanks for joining me. We will see you guys in the morning. Good night. Definitely got some bigger waves today. Just about out here to the point of the arches. Try to be something worth seeing. Tide keeps getting further and further out for us, thankfully. Mine, 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 mine. Maybe I've watched Nemo one too many times. Let's do a little tide pool exploring. I've already found some crabs. I would like to find some starfish. Some tiny anemones. In my experience, the starfish are usually a little further out. There's a bunch of anemones. There's some starfish. I knew if I just looked, I would find them. Look. And some crabs. Look at all the little crabs. 1, 2, 3, 4 starfish. 10 gazillion little crabbies. Oh, there's another one up there in the corner. Yeah. Ooh, here's a purple one over here. Check that dude out. Oh, and there's one in the corner back there. Here's a look at our little arch that we were just playing around in. Awesome. Well, sadly, I cannot find the overland trail. I am almost back to my camp by now. And yeah, no sign of the overland trail. So I don't know if maybe I am supposed to go over that real slippery, lichen covered section and then I'll find it. But I found just an amazing campsite down here. Not too far from water, and yeah, it's got a gorgeous view. I think we're just gonna go on back and pack up and move down here to this one. See if we can get away from the crowd a little bit, and then we'll do some more exploring over that way, see what we can find. I don't want to get trapped on the other side, so we'll see how much time we have left to do whatever with. Who knows, it might just be a lazy day on the beach. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Shazam! Camp is set. It's not quite as flat as what I thought it looked, but you know what, it'll work. And yeah. And the mountains back over that first ridge are definitely coming out to say hi. Alright, well, we got a little snack here, we got some water. We're going to make our way down around this point and see where we end up. So, we did find a way through. Which is definitely only accessible in low tide. You would not want to get trapped in here. That tide comes back in. Or on the other side of here, for that matter. I just got to be careful. I can't go further this way than what I can get back before the tide comes in. Still cruising along this little beach right around the corner from camp. I'll be honest, I am very anxious to go too awfully far this way. It's 11 o'clock now. Low tide was 9:30, so it's an hour and a half on its way back in. You know, I just messing with this tide thing. You know, I'm from Indiana, man. Tide, that's what we use to wash our clothes. I am not used to having to worry about being trapped by it. I may just walk over here to this corner and then turn around and head back to camp. Come out here and try this again some other time. I don't want to get stuck. Here's what we're looking at. There's some more arches over there. There's like a double arches, quadruple arches in that thing. Pretty cool. Can you see the sundog? There's like a giant radius all the way around the sun going down to the ground. Pretty wild. Pretty decent sunset tonight. Pretty decent. And there she goes. Sun pretty much down. It's been a great one. Really, really has. Been a very nice, relaxing day here at the beach. Yeah. A little photography. Got a nap. Did a little tide pool exploring this morning. Yep. Very relaxing day. Now that the sun's going down, I'm gonna probably crawl up in here, kick back, read a little bit on my Kindle for a little while. So that's gonna wrap up day 2 here at Shi Shi Beach. We will see you guys in the morning. Good night. beautiful, beautiful morning on the beach. All right, Graves Creek Campground. I thought this would be a great opportunity to show you on this little map kind of what we've got planned, at least for tomorrow. So we are here at the Graves Creek Campground, and we are going to park right here at the Graves Creek Trailhead early tomorrow morning. And then we're going to walk / hitch back up here to this intersection and then back around here to the North Fork Trailhead, where we'll be heading out this way towards the low divide, and our first camp is up here somewhere, and we're going to be making a big loop that's going to come back in and around from Anderson Pass. So that's kind of the plan over the next 6 days and 5 nights. Right now I've got my tent drying out because there was a good bit of dew on it from sleeping at the beach last night. So I'm just trying to get some of that stuff dried out. Plan is a nice low-key day today. We got all of our driving out of the way. Got a spot to kick back and rest. A little R&R tonight, and then tomorrow, if I don't get a hitch, it's going to be about a 23-mile day. If I can get a hitch, that'll cut off some portion of the 9-mile road walk I'm going to have between here and the other trailhead. Good morning, folks. It is day number 4. Not the start I was looking forward to my Olympic Mountains trip. As you can see, we are sitting inside the back of the truck, having our coffee, just finished the oatmeal. Now here, let me just show you what I'm looking at. Beautiful rainforest, right? I just kind of prefer mine without the rain. It started raining somewhere in the middle of the night, and it's been raining for the last several hours. It looks like the clouds are lifting a little bit up there. I can see that upper ridge again now, where I couldn't see that even just 10-15 minutes ago. So I'm gonna sit here and just continue to have my coffee and watch this river flow by and listen to the rainfall, and I'm gonna keep hoping and praying that it does not do this for much longer. Made it to the trailhead, Graves Creek Trailhead. Now we got a 9-mile road walk in the rain to our actual trailhead where we can start our 15-mile day. Rain walk in the rainforest. There we are, North Fork of the Keenwalk Trail. 12.2 miles to camp tonight. I guess I was thinking it was 15. I'm glad it's only 12. And hooray, hooray, we caught a hitch with the Ranger. Knocked a couple of miles off and give our legs a nice little break before we head on out here. Views for today are supposed to be pretty much like this. It's cruising through kind of some lowland rainforest type areas. Just roaming along the North Fork of the Keenwalk River here. Looks like it's going to be pretty wet and muddy most of the way due to the rain. Not a huge deal. We got some water crossings and some river fords to do today as well, so I think regardless, our feet are going to be wet by the end of the day. The ranger indicated to me that basically today's rain, or last night's rain, was the big rain event for the next several days. Today it's supposed to dry out after this moves through. It's going to be kind of patchy and cloudy for a little while, but today mainly drying out. Tomorrow, really nice. And then late Friday into Saturday, there was another chance for some precipitation, but he said that was mainly going to be in the northern areas of the park, not down here where I'm at. All right, we have made it into 16 Mile Camp. I'm going to go ahead and get the tent set up, get working on some dinner, Probably not a whole lot happening tonight. We're coming off a 20-mile day. I'm pretty tired. Let's get supper going. We'll see what happens. Good morning. Day number 5. Waking up here at 16 Mile Camp. The river we had to ford last night has gone down considerably. And I am looking up at blue skies and sunshine on the tops of the trees. So it's going to be a fabulous day. Much better than yesterday, I hope. Kind of the bad thing about rolling into camp sopping wet from a rainy day. The next morning, everything that you have to wear is still wet. And then it rained overnight, most of the night. And so the rain fly on the tent and the footprint of the tent, sopping wet. So while I thought yesterday was my heaviest carry day, it looks like this morning is going to be my heaviest carry day. I got all that wet gear loaded up in my pack, and that thing feels 15-20 pounds heavier than what it did yesterday. So we'll see how today goes. We got some good climbing to do. It was a great night camping underneath these gigantic trees. We got the pack ready. I mean, it looks kind of like a hobo pack at the moment. All this crap hanging off the outside, but everything's wet. What are you gonna do? I don't want to put it in with my dry gear. So let's, as much as I don't want to do it, let's get this big heavy thing on and start making tracks. We're on our way up to what's called the Low Divide today, and then on into camp at least Camp Wilder tonight. Let's concentrate on the mission at hand, which for the moment is getting that big heavy thing on. Cheater method. Use your leg. It helps. That's a load. All right, we got her on. Let's hit the trail. Wow, it's getting real now. Trail come from right on the other side of that boulder. I had to go just this side of the boulder, and now I'm crawling through all of this. You don't want to fall off there. It's about, I don't know, 100 feet down. And over here's where the trail goes. That way somewhere. So, yeah. Little obstacle course here this morning. And there it is. We have officially reached the Low Divide, elevation 3602. I'm pretty sure we started at 0. Not today, but yesterday. We don't have much further and we'll be at our little cutoff trail. Starting to get socked in back there again. Still plenty of views looking out that way. Looking out that way. This is one of the lakes. I guess this is the first one. I got a feeling probably right over here, over that ledge, we're going to see at least one more. I am ready to stop and get this pack off for a little while. I need to get stuff drying out. See if I can't get my rain fly, my tent and stuff at least dried out. Obviously my clothes is a lost battle, but I can at least try to get the stuff in my pack drier and get my pack lighter and eat some good snacks while I'm up here, which will also lighten the load. And there's the other one. These are really pretty too. Man, it's a nice spot. The first lake right down here in the corner. And here we are, a couple hours later, a couple miles down the mountain. Really steep, really rocky and slippery. It's been a tough descent. I mean, a couple hours and I've only covered a couple of miles, and that's all downhill. That tells you. And I mean, you know, stuff like this doesn't help. This is a tree that is down across the trail that I get to crawl under because there's no way over it. This thing's 5 feet in diameter. I don't know. It's huge. Let's see if I can get under here. Well, and on down the trail we continue. Oh, look, to the next blowdown. Trails are super rugged, super slick. Really just more like goat trails than like official trails that you would find in most national parks. Here's our trail. It's so quiet back here. Just the sound of running water. This is the heart of Olympic National Park. We went up and over a mountain range and dropped into the middle. Man, this reminds me so much of that trip to Big South Fork. I just can't figure out why. At least this one's not ending with snow. At least not yet. I hope. Wow. Pretty mountain up there. Mountain range up there. We are getting closer. Across this guy, and we've got a creek that we have to go across. This is the Elwha River, by the way. Woo! Yeah. Okay. Well, very pretty. Let's keep making haste. Walking in this stand of huge trees. These things, some of them are so big, if I stretch my arms all the way out and stand in front of them, you can still see tree on either side of my hand. I like it. What you think? Anybody want to count the rings with me? That's a big boy. Let's see. We'll start in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 700, 900, 10,000. That was an old tree. That was a big old tree. All right, here we are, Camp Wilder. Not a lot of camping options. One other person here. The sun just went behind the ridge. I'm not sure how many miles I've done today. It feels about like 20 again. I'm gonna get some water filtered, get supper going, get the tent up. Probably be an early night again. All right, well, as I suspected, by the time I got supper made, my tent set, and finished eating and get my stuff hung up to dry, get in here and get my jammies on, it's pretty much bedtime. I am going to write my journal a little bit, and then that'll be it. So it's been a long and jungle gym-ish day 5. Honestly, there's nowhere else I'd rather be. I mean, out here exploring the Olympic Mountains is it's been a lifelong dream of mine. So to be out here actually doing it, even when it's hard, it's still amazing. So for day number 5, we're gonna call this a wrap. We will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. Day number 6. Sleep.
slept a lot longer this morning than normal. Usually I'm up and going at, I don't know, 5 o'clock or so. It is now 6:30. I just woke up. I'm looking. Oh, we're almost there. There it goes. Coffee time, coffee time. Yes, I'm singing my coffee song. 'Cause it's coffee time, coffee time. Oh, yes. Coffee time. You notice I fill the coffee before I fill the oatmeal. One definitely has priority over the other. Let's keep the oatmeal going here. There we have it. Let the oatmeal soften up a little bit. All right, rolling out of Camp Wilder. About to jump back on the trail here. We got about 3.5 miles of downhill. And then we'll reach our next trail intersection, which is actually the Pacific Northwest Trail. And then we're gonna head east on the Pacific Northwest Trail and go up and over Hayden Pass today, which sits at about 5,600 feet, I believe. So we got a short downhill, like I said, about 3.5, maybe a little more. And then as soon as we turn on that Pacific Northwest Trail and start heading east, it's pretty much all uphill, all the way to the pass, about 10 miles. Nice, beautiful, quiet morning here in the woods, walking through these stands of giant trees. Really peaceful and quiet. It was really quiet last night. Slept like a rock, man. Must have been tired or something. Where you see a dead tree, I see new life, aka nurse log. Looking up at the Hayes River, which we are getting ready to jump on the Pacific Northwest Trail right over here, and then we'll be heading upriver, up into the mountains. Here we are, Pacific Northwest Trail, heading east towards Hayden Pass. About 10.5 miles this way. This ain't no waste no time getting started climbing. Just a little housekeeping note. It is about 10 o'clock. We got about 4,000 feet of elevation to gain, which is roughly the equivalent of coming out of the bottom of the Grand Canyon, the Colorado River, and working my way up to Indian Gardens, although that was in a lot shorter distance. So today shouldn't be all that bad. 10.5 miles to camp. 4,000 feet elevation gain. Hopefully, no rain. About the third one of these I've seen today. Right on the trail. That would be the bear scat. I think we're gonna find the bears today. I think they're gonna be up here somewhere. Hopefully we'll see them like way over there and not right there. Pretty sure this is the drainage that we came out of. Getting some nice mountain views. Look, they do have granite peaks here. They're just hard to find. Snack time. Covered about 2,800 feet uphill. About 1,200 more to go. Still got many miles to cover, but at least the incline should be getting less. Now, I'll break, cool off a little bit. It's about noon. I am just drenched, and not with rain. Straight out through the trees over there, there is a huge white glacier gleaming in the snow, and it looks like maybe a little bit of sunshine over there. And it is bigger and wider than any of the snowfields that we've seen to this point. So I gotta believe that that is Mount Olympus over there that I'm starting to be able to see. I've seen 0 people on trail today. The Pacific Northwest Trail section has been really nice, comparatively speaking. I mean, there's not been any blow down to climb over or get crazy with. Trail's not been tremendously overgrown. Pretty nice. There's that prominent white peak that I think is part of Mount Olympus over there. All right, that drainage right there that you see over that ridge that goes that way and then heads up that way. And that valley is where we came out of yesterday. I believe that low point right there on the horizon is Low Divide, where we came over yesterday, yeah, around lunchtime probably. And then we dropped down into that valley and walked that whole valley all the way down around to this point, and then we started working our way up this mountain. And now we're just kind of cruising the sides of these ridges, and it seems like straight that way to the left of that big pointy peak you see up there. To the left of that guy, I believe, is going to be Hayden Pass, where we're heading for. This is the part of Olympic that I came to see. I like it. Of course, I'm a high alpine kind of guy. Don't get me wrong, the rainforest is beautiful, but yeah, this is what I came to see. Finding some pretty color, finally, up here in these high meadows. And we've got a few clouds starting to work their way in right over here. We're going to need to keep an eye on that. We are still continuing this way, and that biggest peak you see there, right where the top tripod leg is, just to the left of it is where our trail is going to go, and that's where our pass is. Looks like we still got a few miles to go to get there. But at least the scenery has gotten a lot prettier. I gotta say, I mean, today has been a tough climbing day, pretty much since we left the trail down there in the valley. Way down there at the bottom of that valley is where we were. And since we left that, it's been a tough day, but honestly, it's been probably my favorite day. Getting into some of these beautiful views and high alpine meadows, walking through a burn. So we got loads of fireweed to look at, which just makes things a little prettier. Very nice. Yeah, this has been my favorite day yet. I think we just finally left the big burn area. There's the big burn we've been walking through. All the way out. Big mountains back there. Gorgeous. Huge glacier over there. I don't know what that is. That is a huge glacier. Wow. Just sitting here having a little snack, looking at my maps, realizing this is pretty much the center of Olympic National Park. I don't know how I wound up here, but I am right smack dab in the middle of the Olympic Mountains. And we are looking right out into the heart of Olympic National Park. Everybody thinks of the ocean or the rainforests. Don't miss this part. This is the Olympic National Park I came to see. I feel like we got to be getting close, man. We're at a mountain. There's not anywhere else up to go. Won't you come with me and let's see what's over this view, over this ridge. Very nice. Very, very nice. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. Hayden Pass. Really, really amazing. Really loving this section of the hike. This is beautiful. We're like dropping down into a cirque where we're going to be completely surrounded. But there's where we came from. But we're going to be completely surrounded by mountains. I love mountain hugs. The remainder of our trip, I believe, is heading down this drainage and then out this drainage over here and out that way. I know there'll be another pass over there that we'll have to come back across. That'll be Anderson Pass. And then after that, whoa, this is a little dicey. Goat track. Yeah, Anderson Pass, and then from there it'll be all downhill. So we got one more pass to climb. This was pass number 2 of 3. I don't know if he's going to let me pass or not. Got some big teeth. I'm coming through, Chief. Wow, look at how fluffy. Holy cow. I knew it. So, see all these blueberries all around here? I've been stopping and picking them like crazy. I just came around this little bend right here in the trail, and something caught my eye right on top of the ridge. And it was 2 furry black ears on top of a furry black head with a big furry black butt that was running the opposite direction as I was. And I heard him go busting up through those trees up there. But yeah, that was a pretty good sized black bear, y'all. That's bear sighting numero uno. Woo! Lovely little set of falls. Coming down to a little funnel fall. And some icy cold water. Woo! Oh, it helps though. Tell you what, I sat and soaked my feet in that river last night, and it definitely helped. I could feel a big difference. Feet were not near as sore today. This water is icy cold. Won't take long to get the job done here. Man, you cannot make this stuff up. Look at these things. Those look delicious, right? I'm sure they're edible. They even come with sesame seeds on top. Mushrooms. Here's kind of another look at camp over there. The big mountain that keeps playing peekaboo behind the clouds back here. The clouds are starting to sock in up around these little peaks around me. The end of the valley looks pretty open though. All right, well, that's about going to wrap up day number 6 for us here in the Olympic National Park. Today, my kind of day. Big, tough climb, but oh so worth it. The views from the top of Hayden Pass, oh my gosh, I will never forget. Amazing, absolutely amazing. So glad to be up in the high country again. This is the kind of stuff that, yeah, this does it for me. Don't get me wrong, the the rainforests and whatnot, beautiful. Really like it. Beach, very nice. This right here, yeah, that's what does it for me. So I think we're gonna call this the end of a 15.5 mile day number 6. Good morning, folks. We're off to a bit of a rough start this morning. The weather looks fabulous though. Yeah, we're getting some pretty colors in the clouds. The rough start is I ended up staying up till almost midnight last night, messing with this silly thing right here, my phone / camera. I'm recording this on my actual, my Sony camera that I use for taking pictures. A little different kind of video, and sadly this does not shoot in 4K like my phone does. This only shoots in 1080, so I apologize sincerely, folks. We're still in this beautiful high country, so let's get dressed, let's get breakfast going, and let's get this day started. We're off like a herd of turtles. Just kind of looking around. Looks like it's going to be mostly a woods walk today, so maybe it's not such a bad thing that camera that I normally use for recording is broke. And yeah, looks like we got some obstacle courses to do here as well. Alright, well, we're gonna get at it. Looking down at the drainage, we're working our way down. We're gonna keep on working our way down this way and then down this drainage. And out here somewhere there's going to be a pass that goes up probably over the backside of that. But yeah, really pretty. Got a lot of clouds moving in up high. Beautiful, easy downhill walk this morning. Alright, we've come a few miles down the drainage here now. We're looking around the bend that we couldn't see before. And our trail is going to continue down this drainage. And then we're going to cut up that way. And somewhere over in that area is where we're going to hit Anderson Pass. Pretty meadow up here though. Real pretty area. Kind of go from being in the trees, not much views, to these big openings. Here's a great view looking back at where we came from last night. Hayden Pass is up there, kind of in the middle of your screen, that low divide, right in that area. So we came over that and we've been working down this valley. We camped kind of right in between these two peaks last night. So we have made it into camp. We got the tent set up, got the quilt trying to air out a little bit. I am now camped in the Diamond Meadows, named for Diamond Mountain, which is behind me. Pretty sheltered, lots of trees. It is about 4:30, so probably our earliest day into camp. Mileage wise, I believe we covered somewhere in the neighborhood of about 15.5 miles. Alright, well, let's get supper rolling and then we'll see where we go from there. Waiting on dinner to get ready to eat. And had a little family decide to show up and join us. There's the backside of one. There's Mama. Hey Mama. There's the other little one. There's that one. And the other little one is like right behind the log. About walked right into camp on me. Boy, that one's real young. Still got spots and everything. Final look at Diamond Meadows camp. We're all packed up, ready to hit the trail, ready to tackle this beautiful day, this big climb we got. 2,000 feet in less than 2 miles. Let's get her done. Getting pretty up there. I'll be honest, we're not making very good time. Too many distractions. Too many distractions. Yeah, I've been eating berries left and right. It's been awesome. And the views aren't bad either. Here's a nice view looking out at the valley we're coming out of. This drainage that kind of runs this way and then out that way. And it looks like something trying to build down here in the valley. Hopefully it's just the building clouds that happen every day here. Getting some real nice views of White Mountain out here. Just looking beautiful as ever. Still a big glacial field up there. Very pretty trail so far. Very nice. Shazam! We made it. Anderson Pass. Enchanted Valley is where we camp at tonight. 5 miles, all downhill. Dosey Wallops, that's kind of where we came from. And this Anderson Glacier, somebody just told me is no longer here, but the lake is still there. So we're gonna go up and check it out. Crap, too slow again. Bear number 2. Big old black bear just went up through that little gap right there. He was standing there eating the berries when I come around. He's got me a little nervous because he went up just where we're headed. I couldn't get my camera out fast enough. Check out these views, y'all. Pretty nice. Interestingly enough, that bear did not seem afraid of me at all. He looked at me about 3 or 4 times and then just slowly meandered his way up and over that ridge. So, I don't know. Whew. Not a whole lot of places to go up here. Just saw 2 hikers down there, so I wanted to zoom in on those guys so you could kind of get a better view of the scale of what we're looking at here. Can you see them? How about now? See the guy walking, and then the other guy out ahead of him. Slowly back him out. Well, this will give us a nice perspective of what we got ahead of us. So we're going to drop down over here into this drainage, and then follow that drainage all the way back out to the vehicle. Most of that will be tomorrow. But this is the view from over here. Got those 2 hikers down there in the bottom. Man, this was totally worth coming up for though. I'm gonna hang out, have some lunch, some snack food, probably take about 2,000 more pictures, and then we're gonna load her back up and head on to our next destination, Enchanted Valley. All right, we are back on the trail, starting our descent down into this valley out here. Looks like at least 1,500 feet maybe. That side track up there to Anderson Lake, the glacier is pretty much gone, but up to the lake was totally worth it. That's probably the most beautiful area I've seen on this trip. And seeing the bear, wow, that's just a bonus, you know. I see 1 bear, I saw 2 bears, not today, but on the trip, which is 2 more than what everybody else I've talked to has seen. This is going to be a long walk out of here. These views don't stop. Can y'all see that huge waterfall coming out of the middle? Look at that. That is coming out of that lake that we were looking at up there. Say hello to my little friend. Oh. 6'3" with a 7-foot wingspan. Tell me how big that tree is. Another amazing waterfall coming down the other side of the valley over there. There's the lower section. And then working our way up. There's another part. And going on up. There's another section. And there he is. That's about the prettiest part of it right there, I think. We has arrived at the Enchanted Valley. Interesting story about the building that sits here in this valley. Feel free to pause the video here and read this if you would like. It tells the story of how the building came to be and how it ceased to be. Oh yeah, welcome to the Enchanted Valley. Pretty enchanting. Wow, that's beautiful. Waterfalls galore. Plenty of places to camp. I am set up back up in those trees back there. So I'm just kind of walking around, exploring the area. Here in a little bit we'll go cook dinner. Probably not a lot exciting going on, editing some videos so we don't run into our storage situation again. And taking some photos, that's about it. I'll show you guys camp once it's all done here. Alright, quick look around camp here. Got a nice sheltered area. Got the tent set up over here with, yeah, I've had worse tent views. It's pretty nice looking up that valley. Very pretty area. Very crowded. A lot of folks out here. There's a group camping right over there. There's a group camping right over there. There's a group camped right over there. I mean, there's a lot of people. And everybody kind of flocked into this area with me once I set up back here in the corner. But, yeah, really, really pretty. Watching these clouds fill in up here, move around. All around these mountain peaks. Really enjoying the evening views. Got supper steeping. Probably eat. And then watch the sunset. As much of it as we can. It pretty much went behind that ridge back there. So, I don't know. Probably be an early night again. Yeah, we've got 13 to 15 miles to go to get back to the vehicle in the morning. Probably an early night and early rise. All right, well, that's about going to wrap up day number 8. We are camped here in the Enchanted Valley, and tomorrow is our final day. We've got about a 14-mile trek, mostly downhill, back to the parking lot and back to the truck, and then the long drive back to the Gifford Pinchot, where the rest of the troop is parked, and I cannot wait to get back there and see them. It's been a fabulous 8 days here in Olympic National Park. Some of them definitely more enjoyable than others, some a little more pretty than others. Today and the Hayden Pass day, definitely the 2 highlights. That's going to wrap up the day. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the morning. Good morning. Day number 9. Today's the final day of our Olympic National Park adventures. It's a pretty easy day, mostly downhill, about 13.5 miles. First, we're going to sit here and watch this beautiful sunrise finish popping off. Then we're going to get on the trail and head back down. I talked to some other folks. They said pretty much there's not really many views on the way down, so this will probably be the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, if you like the views, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. There it is. Made it back. What a difference several days makes. Boy, it sure was a whole lot rainier and nastier the day we rolled in, wasn't it? All right. From the Graves Creek Trailhead here in Olympic National Park, signing off. Thanks for watching. Take care.